Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this Wednesday. Thanks for joining me again, some of you, because I was on earlier today and we are back. We are going to be looking over Natty Daddy stuff as well as Shiny for Christ. Oceana song, hello there, the star that fell, hello. Let me adjust my camera. It's a little bit too low. Okay, there we go. Hello, star that fell, Nikki, True Blood, Gohan's Girl, Green Goddess, Sleepy Moo. Hi there. Army Wife, Bad Seed, No Justice, No Peace, Caroline Washington, Janaka, some dude Ozzy, and everybody else. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I had to change the time, but Foodie Beauty went live very impromptu, so I had to get a lot of videos up, and I just had to change the time to now when all my uploads were completed. PDF file Joe, if Donatello starts a catering business, we need Monty to review the OMG. Maybe we'll have to see. But if he does start a catering business, he could maybe start it out of Gatineau. Speaking of which, there's a lot of businesses. I forgot what the terminology for them, where they're on apps, they're on food apps, but they don't actually have an actual restaurant. I forgot what they're called. If somebody can remind me, we got 72 people here in the chat. It's something like dark or gray, like a dark restaurant or gray restaurant, something along those lines. But all they do is they just have a place where they cook, the food goes out to the customer, and that's it. Very different from what you would understand as a modern day restaurant. Mayron, hi there, Proud Grammy, Chantal, Miss Monroe, Electric Popsicle, and everybody else joining in. Luna Suerte, hi there, Purple Glitter, Tiny Fairy. Who else is here? Gabrielle Anita, hi there. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Yes, thank you, Bella Wolf. Ghost Kitchens, yes. He could actually do a ghost kitchen. Come on. Wouldn't that be something? Well, we'll see how well he does this time. He did burn the food a few times, so we shall see. Thank you, Jay. You were right as well. It's really glad to have wonderful people in the chat that know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Classically Ashley, thank you for being here. Ellen Marie, thank you. Terry loves purple. Thank you for being here. Oceana Song, thank you for the $2. Glad you're back. Well, glad you are here. So let's get started. We'll start with the one that was from yesterday, because it seems Foodie Beauty has prioritized his uploads over hers, and that is how she is going to be rolling. So we shall take a look at his Egyptian Kunafa My Way, see how well he does with his, cooking channel, so to speak, and we shall see. Lori had happy hump day. I hope you are keeping safe and well. I am. I hope everybody was safe if this is no longer a Wednesday. And if it still is, then that will be awesome. A vampire kitchen. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We're going to have to make up some fun names, guys, because we're on a roll here. We got Cyclops, we got Count Chocula, we got Nosferatu, we got Donatello. Lots of names, really good ones as well. Nani B, hi there. Our Chantal, yes. This is from yesterday. Yeah, you are right. Very, very, very observant, Bad Seed. You are right with that. It's very controlling, so to speak, how he refers or how he stylizes his titles. So we shall see. It seems he might be getting Foodie Booty a ring. That could just be for views. She could be lying. She could not be lying. I'm not really sure. I really think if push comes to shove, he really will marry her, because he's already letting her sleep over. And that, to me, tells me a lot. Yeah, some dude Ozzy. We have Donatello because we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's more like middle-aged mutant Gano turtles. So we got Donatello from that the other day, like 3 days ago. No justice, no peace. Hey there. Yeah, Lanny B. I have some clips from that. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of stuff going on. Honestly, at the end of the day, she wants Pete to either be in the basement or gone. She doesn't need him anymore until she needs him. So what's gonna happen is she won't need him because she's good now. But when things are not good with Natty Daddy, then she's gonna need Pete again because she needs him to, I don't know, sign for a place because his credit's pretty good. I'm not sure if his credit is still good. That is something that can be contended because, he was living off credit cards for a while. And the other thing is he's run into employment issues. So we're going to see. On Classic Lash, it says he's going to marry her so she doesn't have to testify against him when he gets in trouble because she can't shut up. That is also another theory that's out there. A lot of stuff is going on. I know Nader will buy Chantal a ring with Chantal's money. Yes, that is very Becky of her to do. Or should I say Becky of him to do. We're seeing a lot of parallels. As somebody had said, Earth 1 versus Earth 2, right? Earth 1, we have Amberlynn Reed and Becky. Earth 2, their counterparts are Foodie Beauty and Pete's and Natty Daddy, and so on and so forth. Is that a picture of an eagle's nest? No, that is Kanafa, his way. So let's get into it, folks. We will no longer stop. We will chat while this is going on. That is loud. Hey, Lupe.
Hi guys. Sorry, it was a long time.
Hey,
Don't see you
Dynamite.
guys. I get sick for a few days and I got this trip to Toronto and Halloween deer hunting. Here we're back.
Hey,
If you
Smelly
remember,
Cat.
it's gonna be a kunafa dessert, Egyptian kunafa. Let's do it.
I don't know what is up with the greased hair look. I don't know. Is he trying to be like Scarface? Does he think he's Scarface and this is his world to have? Like, what's going on with that? Yeah, I was thinking it's a little bit too loud. I did hear that kind of go in my ear. Let me adjust the volume and see if everything's good.
So what we need for this dessert is it's called kanafa. It looks like this, like noodle kind of dough, but not cooked.
Okay.
Very thin, so raw. And rose water, vanilla powder, crushed pistachio.
Krista, stop it.
Raw, it's not roasted.
Wait a second. Krista, you might actually be onto something here. He could actually be using our hair products. I'm not even joking.
So raw. And rose water.
So we got water,
Vanilla
rose water,
powder, crushed pistachio.
pistachios,
raw.
raw.
300 gram ricotta cheese. Mozzarella, like real mozzarella. Not
Mozzarella
salted.
cheese.
Try to have the one that's not no salt. 2 cups of sugar. Some
raisins,
so with them in
sugar.
water for like half an hour to plump them up. So we'll start with syrup first because you have to cook it and make it cool down. Because one of the important things when you make desserts with syrup, the syrup has to be cold. And when you add it
Facts,
to
programming.
dessert, like any dessert like Mediterranean.
Hey, Dr. Emily. Hi there.
The dessert will be hot and the syrup has to be cold. If it's not like that, it's gonna fall apart. So we will start with the syrup first. 2 cups of water, same amount of sugar, white sugar. And this actually you can make more, and it doesn't go bad, doesn't expire fast.
Okay, so he just put sugar in the water. If nobody's understanding what he is saying.
Sugary, like jam. to keep any food for a long time, has to be sugar or salt, like pickle or jam. That's why it stay for long, even if you don't put it in the fridge. And we'll add a little vanilla.
Vanilla added.
And
rose water.
We'll add also a little bit, a few drop, like 5-6 drop of rose water.
All right, there we go.
Here, guys, we'll start. Put some ghee. We'll make it all.
Hey, Cindy Lou.
Of ghee.
Hey, Cemetery. He's had that for a while now. That has been around for like 2 weeks. We do believe Chantel did buy that table. Don't know for how much. Don't know from where. But it is my best belief she bought it.
Even the edges. Just to make it melt a little bit, or what is just 1 minute here.
All right, so there we go.
Melt a little bit.
Maybe smelly cat.
So we'll take this one.
Oh, Ozzy. Yes, definitely.
Just make it fluffy like this.
Exactly, Lisa. Hey, Shenanigans. How's it going? Yeah, he should actually do that if
we'll leave as a butt like chunk.
He wants to be successful.
All like separated.
But to be honest, I wouldn't tell him anything because I'm gonna stay away from the situation and just watch it unfold. I think if I understood and knew him in a more positive light, I would help him. I would say, hey, I think you should put the recipe in the description, get subtitles, do this, do that. But, you know, he is who he is. He does have a history, and I do... I'm going to say I'm going to remain neutral to this. I'll observe, see what happens, and only time will tell. Oh, rose water. Maggie Bottles. Rose water is really lovely in lattes. FYI. Good to know, Maggie Battles. PDF Aljo, have I blocked him? No, but he did add me on Instagram. If anybody did notice when I went to his page, it said follow back because he did follow me on Instagram, which is really weird, but he did do that.
No big chunk, so it's gonna be like doughy when you eat it. That's one of the point. They make it very thin like that. So don't be like
exactly, Bella
like
Wolf.
Cake or like doughy thing. No,
I'll remain neutral
because they have heavy stuff. Guys, the most important thing when you make food or you got what you need, so we need it fluffy and separated. You have to
Why, Mayron? Why?
Raisin?
Okay, raisins in the pot with the sugar and the water. Definitely bad seed. Rosewater ice cream is awesome.
Guys,
hey, Lunar Bay.
Let it boil like for 5 minutes.
All right, boiling and for 5 minutes.
You will add half lemon to it.
Okay, half a lemon added.
Not even full half lemon. And
OMG, Jane Austen. You know he hasn't fully denied her, right? Like, I'm sure Foodie Beauty and him talked about that situation, and he has not denied his sexual orientation. Not that it matters. I don't really care. Shouldn't matter. But, you know, as I've said, and I'm going to keep saying it, time will tell what happens with these two. Or should I say 3, because Pete is part of the equation as well.
So here, guys.
Hey, Tweety.
We're gonna add the ricotta cheese.
Okay, we got cheese added. I know, Mayron.
And we'll take some of the syrup
Hey,
and we'll
Erin
add
Shred.
some of the syrup we make.
Okay, so the sugar with the water with the raisins in it's supposed to make some sort of syrup. Then you add it to the cheese. I think it's still gonna be hot, right? Actually, yeah, it's still pretty hot.
Just to make it a little liquid.
Exactly,
Okay, guys,
Krista.
we will take the raisin from the syrup to add it to the ricotta cheese with little syrup, and we'll mix it.
Oh, that is hilarious shenanigans. Yes, she got it from apparently given fellatio at a park somehow months ago to some guy she met in her Sagittarius shoddy shadowing days. What I mean by shadowing, more like copycatting Sagittarius shoddy to kind of have that audience that Saggy does underneath her, but that didn't work out because she can't interact the way that Sagittarius Shawty interacts. She doesn't know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. You know what that means? That means she is socially awkward. She doesn't have much social intelligence. Not that that's a bad thing, but you can gain social intelligence in time by interacting with people, and it builds on itself. We can tell she also doesn't have a lot of relationship intelligence by the way how she acts with Natty Daddy here. Giggling all the time, acting like a little child, blah, 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 blah. Nikki, this was her last live stream. She is now saying that she got the big G
Make
from
sure
some
you add it to the
guy
middle.
she was
Because
licking
when you add it in the
off
middle,
in the
you
park.
can control it. If you put it on one side, it's hard to put it all the other side because the kanafa will move because it's gonna be stuck in it.
All right, there we go.
1, 2, 3,
She was licking the ooze.
4.
OMG. So that's where that Teenage
After that,
Mutant Ninja Turtle story
we will
came
go
from.
gently.
About the ooze, right?
We'll make it all
The Secret of the Ooze. Teenage
everywhere.
Mutant Ninja Turtles
The
2.
stuffing we have.
Secret of the Ooze.
And we will add some pistachios.
Okay, so we're adding the pistachios now. After we've layered with the cheese, the raisins, the sugar.
When you do the edges, guys, you lose a lot in the. A lot of people has this problem. So just with little brick, you can.
Exactly. That as well, Janaka. Okay. Okay.
Just to the edge.
I dig it.
So you can put and you control it with this hand. You got what I mean?
What do you think, chat? So far, so good?
We will add this beautiful.
Yes, definitely, Maggie.
The same.
Too bad this one wasn't selling CDs.
Start with the edges. Make sure the mozzarella everywhere.
All right, cheese. Added mozzarella cheese on top, shredded. Of course,
That's
the
it.
real stuff.
So, guys, we take half of the kanafa first, and we keep the half. So the second half, after we put the stuff and the cheese, we're gonna add some ghee in it.
All right. We're adding that.
Because this is gonna be for the presentation in top with the color.
Hey, pause and pose.
As what we say. And here, guys.
Dr. Emily, would this be described
with the edges.
more of a dessert, or what is this? Is this a dish or dessert? I've never had kanafa before. I think so far so good, right? G is a clarified butter. That's what it is. If anybody wants to know what is G.
We'll press like this, guys. Press.
All right, we're pressing. Hopefully he washes his hands. Okay, Chow Mein.
Oven 280 to 300, depends how the oven you have, it's like strong or no. If it's strong 280, if it's not 300. To hell.
All right, he's sending it to hell.
Here we go.
280 to
Beautiful.
300 degrees.
Looks like gold. Here, guys, has to be cold.
Okay, we're adding some cold stuff now. What is that? Chow mein. Yeah, I guess I just mispronounced that, right? Ghee. Thank you for that, Chow mein.
Guys, go like this. Don't pull. Because all this coloring.
Yeah, I think he may have burnt it again.
Drink what inside.
We shall see.
Just like kind of point.
All right, thanks, Scully.
Don't swipe.
All right, I'm gonna rate that. I don't know, maybe like a 5, a 6, a 7. It's not that bad. He does have a little bit.
Shani, hop.
Okay. All right. Presentation is pretty good with that. I'm gonna put it to a 7-8 now.
Try this then.
Of course, Passionate Libra. Before, her requirements were pretty much just breathing, and then now he can actually cook. He's attractive to her, I guess. And I like that presentation. I really do. I think that looks pretty good. Coming from his kitchen, his setup, the minimum amount of utensils and tools he has. So I'm going to give it still maybe a 7 or an 8. So there you go, folks. That is it from 90 Daddy. We have another one to look at. Then we're going to get into some Shani. Gonorrhea spice. Hold the G spice, please. Somebody hold the G spice. Oh, you're funny, Natural Ginger.
Look at this bar.
Really passionate? Come on. Facts, Mary, and shenanigans.
This is my kanafa.
Ooh, look at him. Look at that machismo. My kanafa.
Right.
Look at Mr. Machismo over there telling us that it's his kanafa. Okay, Mr. Machismo. All right, where are we going to go to next? The next video is from today. My spicy shrimp pasta. My, again, very possessive. I need to get into that right now. This is my spicy shrimp pasta. Is he going to burn it? We shall see. Oh, this is only 10 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. Hey, guys. As we know, it's fish dish. So, just to make it simple today, just with some shrimp and
all
pasta.
Right, we got some shrimp.
Vegetable. So, let's do this. What we need for this dish: spaghetti, and actually, we have here.
You think so, Nikki D? Did he say something?
Boiled water. So, we'll add in with some olive oil.
All right, folks, we shall pause here. We shall go to the voting segment of our show. If you want to skip to Shani, Shani's only 12 minutes though, and then we really don't have anything after that. But if you really do want to skip to Shani, I will do the vote right now. Only 12 minutes though. There's 238 people in the chat. Vote now. Should we skip to Shani, and then we can maybe talk a bit about what's happening with Foodie Beauty? Yes or no? Ask in the community now, and I will come back and see how the voting is doing. Yeah, I think so, Lisa. I don't think he can move back to his mom's, so Pete is kind of stuck. Or I should not really say stuck. He's in a very difficult situation. Because not really that difficult, because all he needs to do is get somebody who can pay the same amount of money that Foodie Beauty pays in the place that he actually controls. Because remember, the lease is in his name. So if the lease is in his name, he practically has the control of the place plus all the liabilities. So we shall see. All right. It's a lose-lose situation, Chow Mein. Oh boy, we shall see. It is Scamper's month, so technically, Pete's can give Foodie Beauty the boot at any time. But then if Foodie Beauty just takes off on him with Natty Daddy, he assumes all the responsibility, even when the place has been practically destroyed. By most cases, her two cats that she has around the place, that they what appears to not be cleaning the litter trays to where the cats are defecating all over the apartment, and I'm sure it has a smell. I think Pete was talking about his brother PDF Joe, and I don't think he is in good shape as well. I gotta rewatch the last stream, but Pete was talking about somebody. I do believe it was his brother. If somebody can confirm this, we shall see. Let me take a look at the voting. It's actually pretty close. I'll let it go for a little bit longer, and then we shall end it. It's close, folks. Vote if you want to. Faith Little, he's all about the boot. Yes, for sure. Scamper's mom, you like his clean shaven look? Okay. Yeah, it's very different to see Pete's like that. Exactly, Little Miss Nat. That's what I thought, because Pete was saying that his brother got booted from somewhere, something along those lines. So he's staying with his mom, but he can only stay there for a limited amount of time, is what he said, and not for an extended amount of time because they don't allow that. Yes. So Little Miss Nat is right with that one. The brother isn't doing well, but what if Pete and the brother both move in? Would that be a better situation? Maybe Pete, the brother, and somebody else, a third person, move in to kind of slap him rent, making sure the rent is paid in a place. Because I've seen that before, like maybe two guys in one bedroom. I've seen that before. Maybe one guy in each bedroom, then one guy downstairs sleeps on the couch. You get like a futon or something. I've also seen that before. People get creative when the rent has to be paid. I'm ending the poll right now, and we shall see what you guys have voted. Should we skip to Shani? 54% says yes, 45% say no. So you guys want to skip to Shani? Okay. We shall skip to Shani. You guys do not want to watch that. Yes, exactly, Nikki True Blood. Pete has Timbit as well, so I think he's been placed in a rather precarious position, not only by Foodie Beauty, but then he's on the outs with Natty Daddy and whatnot. So we shall go to Shani Needs Love, and Shani has some words for SJW Karens, because y'all are gonna get it. I'll put the chat here and see what the chat is saying, and let's get into this.
What I woke up to, what I just saw
OMG,
was
Ashley.
on such a level of reach-in and ridiculousness that I just had to make a video about this because it's that stupid, and it's really showing you that the more you engage in cancel culture, the more you engage into this, oh my God, I'm so offended that this person did something, the more stupider you become. For instance, at the Toronto Zoo, there's this bench with a orangutan on it.
Oh,
that you
here
can
we
sit down and
go.
take a picture with him.
Here we go.
Well, these SJW Karens on YouTube are
Pause. Okay, so she is talking about the first part one of part two of the Toronto trip that we actually reviewed last night, where Foodie Beauty and the orangutan was like this, and they put, I think, was it pumpkins? Yeah, pumpkins in both hands. She is addressing that because I guess Foodie Beauty has a lot to say about what am I saying? I guess Shani has a lot to say about Foodie Beauty at this moment. So, yes, please, Shani, please tell us exactly what is going on.
On it that you can sit down and take a picture with him. Well, these SJW Karens on YouTube are trying to implicate Chantel to being racist for sitting next.
It's not SBJ, it's SJW Karens. So social justice warrior Karens. So which is rather descriptive because we already know social justice warriors, but then she's adding the Karens, right?
Next to the orangutan on the bench that's meant to be taking pictures on. I look at stuff like that and I'm like, that's really reaching. It's really stupid. And I guess trying to engage your audience is harder now. So you have to reach really stupidly in order to implicate Chantel as something that didn't really happen, but you have to try just so you can like feel better about yourself. I guess her vlog was just going to the zoo and you turned it into some racist, sinister thing. And it's the most stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I'm just wondering, when are the people, the normal people, going to like tell these SJW Karens to shut the fuck up and they're dumb? So
who is she talking about? Because I have no idea who she's ranting at the moment. I have zero idea. Like, who is she talking about? Because she is not going to say any names, but it seems to be addressing somebody who is a female. So I have no idea. If somebody could tell me, please do. But let's continue.
they realize they're stupid and dumb, because it's to the point now where you're reaching and calling people these names and trying to label them these things for doing stuff that other people have done a million fucking times. You know how many people have gone to the Toronto Zoo and sat next to that orangutan and took a picture, not even thinking this is going to be labeled as me as racist? Are you SJW Karens gonna call up the Toronto Zoo and tell them to take down that bench because there's a orangutan on their zoo that you can take a picture from because you are deeming it racist to do that thing?
Okay.
I'm just wondering, like, how much further do you have to reach? How much further do you have to go to label people things? It's the most stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Shenanigans.
And I mean,
pause. Okay, we gotta pull up Axl Rose. Come on. We gotta do comparison time. If you say it, we gotta pull it up. Okay, we gotta pull it up. Of course. All right. Okay, I gotta get a picture. Okay, here. Oh, I got the perfect one. Put that in your head. We got some memory. Boom. Definitely looks like that. Definitely that look right there. And that one definitely looks like a younger Axl Rose for sure. That is definitely it. You're right. I see it. All right, we're going to go back to Shani. Point made, Bad Seed.
this is a woman that her last two relationships were with Africans. I'm just saying this. You know, Nader's an Egyptian. He's still African. He's not white.
That's right.
Same with Bibi. He's not white. But she's a racist for sitting next to a orangutan at the Toronto Zoo and taking a picture of it. I would show
Why
you the
is
video.
this
I
news?
would like, I just don't want to give them the clout. I just don't want to give them the clout. They don't deserve it. You know, I just, it's the most stupidest thing I have ever seen. I just, it's just like dumb. It's like, you guys got to stop. You guys just need to sit down and shut up. You know, you
Who's
just try to
who?
find evil in everything that you look at
Who?
stupid things and point out and say it's evil.
Who is she talking about? And you know the saying that goes, whenever you point at somebody, you got 3 fingers pointed back. Well, Shani, remember June? Shani, remember you were in the papers for something that was very disturbing. In fact, there are a lot of papers that said it was disturbing, like this one. Shani doesn't recall this. YouTube streamer finally banned after disturbing video breaches child safety policy. Remember this one from June the 4th? Oh, I guess Shani doesn't remember that one. How about this one? There's this other one. Shani for Christ banned. June the 4th again. YouTube streamer that goes by the name Shannon Dornbush, or her YouTube channel named Shani for Christ, has now been banned for violating the site's child safety policy after a video from her channel showed that her partner was threatening to beat a child. Yes, and there's more all over the national news. This other one saying the same thing. YouTuber films her partner threatening to beat her son. This is the reason you were banned, Shani. So you should not be pointing much fingers, especially after she hasn't apologized for any of her wrongdoings. Nothing. No apologies, no nothing whatsoever. How come she's back? Well, that's because YouTube hasn't caught up yet and hasn't banned her again. She is ban evading is what she's doing.
She's not hurting anyone. She's not hurting herself. She's not hurting others. She's just going out on a date with her boyfriend to the zoo. But since it wasn't anything like drama related, you had to do it. You did the same thing with May, though, really. You know, you jumped at the ball with May, not realizing she's a fucking liar. And you went with it. And then you had to retract your stories when you found out that she's full of shit.
Who is she talking about?
Like, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to implicate Chantel in this and this and this because you can't get the views like you used to. Because most people, like me and Chantal and Amberlynn and a bunch of other people.
Hold a second. Ashley, I think you have a point there. I think Shani is literally the only person I actually have to slow down. I had to check my settings there. Wait a second. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That is why. Holy crap. I was like, why is she so fast?
We've been so attacked over the last couple years over the most stupidest, dumbest, ridiculous shit that we're like, we're not going to show you
Green
our
Goddess,
private
what are
lives.
you lost?
We're not going to tell you what's going on in our private life.
Of course,
it's none
Army
of your
wife.
fucking business because you take everything that you see in our private life and you twist it into something stupid and sinister. And then a bunch of stupid morons believe the stupid
Luna
sinister
Suerte.
story.
That's funny.
When really everyone involved that you guys like to fucking talk about all the time are pretty fucking innocent people who just live their lives. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But neither are you fucking idiots.
All right, for people who are kind of lost, this is Shannon Dornbush. She goes by many names. She even has an area on the farms. Okay, so she has this area on the farms. Let me just put up this front right here. Just a little bit of intro for you lovely people. So she does have her own section on the farms, many names, and her hype man, aka partner, is lodged in. So she goes by Shani for Christ, Shannon Eileen McGraw, Shannon Dornbush, Shannon Gattis, and then her partner is Jason William Ergoff, aka Rev, aka Baby Carrot. So they do have, like I say, a subsection on the farms, and they have been in hot water since June and been ban evading several times on YouTube for what they've been doing. So more background on this is Shannon and Rev supposedly had $700,000. Yes, Baby Carrot got it because of his mom unfortunately passed away for certain reasons. He got a windfall, and in 4 years, he wasted allegedly wasted $700,000. So that is 170. No, that is 100. Let me make sure my calculation is right. That's $175,000 a year, right? $175,000 a year to waste that much money. What are you wasting $175,000 a year on? Like, seriously? Just them and 2 kids? So that is a little bit of history, folks. And the reason she is tied to Foodie Beauty is this. She used to give Foodie Beauty a lot of super chats, like $100, $200, even I believe $300, until Foodie Beauty distanced herself from Shani. So hopefully that catches you up. If you want to read more, go to Dragnot Silvis's channel. He has lots and lots and lots of videos on Shani. Lisa, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, purple glitter. A lot of people are saying wasting money in green and whatnot. I know bad seed, but they were doing it. Somehow they decided to waste $175,000 in cash every single year on whatever.
But you act like you are, even though you're the only people out there that are attacking people, but yet you want to pretend that everyone's attacking you all the time.
Love that
and
look.
the most ridiculous thing about this is you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, acting like middle school children, trying to find something to point your finger at. Something. And it's to the point that you guys are actually losing subs now. People aren't taking you as seriously anymore because they realize that you guys lie, exaggerate, overbloat things, and twist the most simplest things to stupidity. How about you guys start making your own content? How about you guys stop focusing on other people? Stop focusing on tearing people down, and start
Shani.
doing something positive in your life instead of trying to increase this negative flow of reinforcement toward others just because you need a story to tell.
Right. Sure, Shani. She has a lot to say, doesn't she? Maggie Battles, why is this bloodless corpse lecturing me, Monty? I know, right? She is going off, isn't she? And somebody asked, where did they spend $175,000? I forgot how long they were in Boulder, Colorado. If somebody could give me an answer. But yeah, they lived in Colorado, as Stormy H said. They currently live in Pennsylvania when they did the move because they actually owed rent, and they also destroyed the home that they were renting, which seems to be something allegedly that they like to do. Thank you, No Justice, No Peace, for coming with that. 4 years in Boulder, Colorado, now in Pennsylvania. I'm now hearing that they're actually... Did they get kicked out from the uncle? I think they did. They got kicked out from the uncle. Now they're living with G-Man, which is a whole nother story. Yikes. And we will get into G-Man another time. If you want some info on G-Man, because G-Man is a eccentric character with lots of misinformation, is how I'm going to put it. So G-Man is also in Pennsylvania, and they currently live with them. This is a whole new rabbit hole, folks. So if you want to dig down in that rabbit hole, somebody post Dragnot Silvis's channel, and you shall go deep.
That's not proper journalism at all.
Hey, Snarky
That's what
Priest.
tabloids do.
Definitely, Jamie.
You know, you're not documenting anything. You're not telling the truth. You're finding something and twisting it. And it's dumb. It's so dumb. Calling Chantel racist for sitting next to an orangutan statue and taking a picture of it is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. So I decided to make a video because someone's got to say it. Someone. You know, someone's got to stick up for these ladies. You
I know,
if it's
right,
me,
bad
I'm
seed.
fine. I don't care. But someone's got to do something about this because it's just dumb at this point. It's just dumb. Quit the shit. Quit the shit. Only dumb people will believe you. Do you really want your audience to be filled with a bunch of stupid people who can't think for themselves and all they want is the latest tea?
What?
In order for them to go on with their lives because they have no lives, so they have to go and find some kind of person's tea to make them somewhat feel fulfilled that their life is better than theirs.
Oh boy.
It's just dumb at this point. Then the more you do this dumb shit, the more people are going to see that you're doing dumb shit. The more people aren't going to respect you. The more people are going to look at you as dishonest and using dishonest tactics. Because, you know,
speaking of dishonest tactics, you know who likes to delete things and gaslight? Shannon. Shani, for Christ, right here is one of the biggest gaslighters around, where she'll say something, she'll say it in a live stream or a video, then she'll delete said live stream or video, then tell you she never said it at all. And even when you bring up that said live stream and video as part of your evidence showing that she did in fact say it, she still says she never did it at all. See, a lot of these girls are kind of doing the same thing, where they'll delete the video or the live stream and then expect it to just disappear into the ether. And this one right here, Shannon, aka Shani, is a pro at it. One of the best. And she's also very good at e-begging. So she also will top Becky, aka Begster, aka Beggy, in terms of e-begging, because she has been surviving quite well off of living off the avails of other people. And in fact, she was really, really giddy and happy that she finally found somebody to write her a script and give her some opiates now, didn't she, Nikki D? We did review that a few days ago. So a lot has been going on in Shani's universe, so to speak. Exactly, Scampers, Mom. The Percocets. Yikes.
I'm just gonna be honest. People aren't stupid. They can see through bullshit. They can see through bullshit. Like I have a pretty good audience now because they smelled through the bullshit about what was thrown at me. I'm nothing like how you guys try to expose
Facts, warp
me.
reflection.
I'm nothing like that. I'm a very kind person.
How can you literally have video of somebody treating their kids, having them live in filth, and then she comes up and says this? Like, we tried to expose you. No, Shani, you were exposed. That's why YouTube gave you the boot. You were exposed. That's why national newspapers picked up on the story about how you allegedly abuse your kids. And instead of apologizing, instead of doing better, she still does this. Gaslights, retcons, tries to change the story, push it off on somebody else.
Who wants everyone to do better. I want you to do better too. But you got to get over your ridiculousness.
Exactly,
and you have
Krista.
to admit that you have a problem. That's the first step of recovery, is admitting you have a problem. And your problem is lying about others so you can get views, so you can get a little coin in your pocket. Like, don't you have any other talent, any talent at all, than condemning people over stupid shit that isn't even breaking the law?
Oh, geez. Yeah, she still has her kids.
Do you have anything? 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 No.
Dr. Emily, I am thinking you are right that she probably is up there because she did get her script. She got the opiate she wanted from a doctor, and then she was all giddy and saying how now she's going to get that same doctor to fill out her her disability papers. So, oh boy, that doctor is in for quite the ride with Shani as we speak.
Oh, you gotta rile people up with stupid shit. I hope they see through it this time. I hope they realize how stupid you sound trying to implicate Chantel as being racist
Probably not in the
for
past
sitting next
decades,
to
Bad
a
Seed.
statue of an orangutan and taking a picture, and then you calling her racist. I hope people can finally see through that stupid bullshit you guys have been throwing. You know, your excuse with May, oh, I was just caught up with all the emotions at the time. No, you were caught up in trying to get the story out there before anyone else.
Pennsylvania.
Let's just be real. You weren't caught up in emotions because you really don't give a fuck about Chantel or Nader or any other person you cover.
Ree McLaughlin, she is in Pennsylvania along with you.
You don't. You only care about your pocket and lining your pocket. Since you got called out over lying and helping contribute to an obvious lie that you could be sued really bad for, you had to cover up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hurt all parties involved. But yet you're calling her racist the next week.
I have no idea who she's talking about.
Uh-huh. You really sorry about hurting feelings, huh, girl? You're a liar. You're a liar.
Hype man in the back. Did you hear her, hype man?
And you need to grow up. You need to stop acting like a child and stop pointing your finger at people and telling them they're the bad guy when it's you and your whole audience that do nothing but attack others. Peace and Maranatha.
Shani out. All right. Shani is out. She had her 12 minutes and 45 seconds to tell whoever off. I don't know who it is, but they got told off real bad from Shani. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shani really told them because they're so stupider. Those stupider people. How stupider can they be? Getting told off by Shani. Yes, mic drop out. Those stupider people. All right. We got an extra feature, folks. We're going to listen to what Pete's has to say. The anime I've watched just dropped a few minutes ago. So let's get into it, you lovely, lovely people. Let me share my screen. Should have done that, right?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. So, something I get asked about a lot is the anime I watch. People are constantly asking me if I've seen this anime, that anime, whatever. The answer is almost always no. For some reason, people think that I'm, some big anime fan. The reality is I've seen very, very little anime. So I'm going to use this video to talk about the anime that I have watched, and then people can stop asking me about it.
All right.
So, first off, Cowboy Bebop. Love Cowboy Bebop. It's just a phenomenal show.
Oh, Ramona is already having the 5 o'clock shadow. Please, somebody save a horse, ride a brony. Boom, boom.
It's a well-balanced show between humor and drama. Some episodes are absolutely hilarious. And then you get episodes that are just absolutely heartbreaking. It's so good, so well made. Such great music as well. Some really good choices in music. And yes, I am looking forward to the live action remake. That does look really good. And they got the original composer back. So that is a huge bonus. It's a huge plus to it. Because, like I said, the music in that show is just so good. Such great musical choices and everything.
It will be like pulling teeth to get Pete to spill the deets unless he spills it accidentally or he is trying to angle a certain way. Let's just put it that way, because we've been watching Pete's for a while and he hasn't really spilled much except on accident.
And it's just an absolute blast of a show to watch. Should get around to rewatching it one of these days. Yeah, so Cowboy Bebop, obviously, one of the big ones. There's also Samurai Champloo, which was made by the same guy who did Cowboy Bebop, but it's set in, I think it was Edo era Japan. Yeah, right near the.
I do like Cowboy Bebop, but I also
during
like
the time of
Trigun.
Samurais and
Trigun
all
was
that
really
stuff. That one is also really good. Music is very anachronistic. There's a lot of hip hop elements to it, which is obviously very anachronistic, but gives it a very interesting flavor, I guess you could call it. Really interesting tone. Like Cowboy
Facts,
Bebop,
Ozzy,
it's got
exactly.
some episodes that are absolutely hilarious, like the episode where they play baseball.
Hey, Sandy.
And some episodes that are really serious and dramatic. There's great interplay between the three main characters. The friendship between them is just wonderful. And watching that friendship grow is really wonderful.
That is very true, just a nugget.
The main girl in particular, I love the main girl. She's just so determined, and she does not let anything get in her way, and it's really fun. But the two dudes are also great. They've got really interesting stories of their own going on.
You know what actually be really good to aid him in his storytelling is if he had some like images he could throw up on the screen to show us, because if you're watching him and you don't know Cowboy Bebop, you don't know the characters, you are literally completely lost right now. So that would be actually fair advice. Like, do some sort of editing, something to show the characters, show the anime, maybe get out one of the comic books or something, put it down, do something that we can have some sort of reference point. Gundam is good as well, Prince Songs.
And it's just a really good watching the way their stories unfold. And yeah, Samurai Champloo, really good show, especially if you like Cowboy Bebop. Highly recommend Samurai Champloo. Also from the same guy who did those two shows is Carol and Tuesday, which I absolutely adored. That one set on Mars. It's all about music and sort of the music industry. And
pause. Kuma, I think you might be onto something. I'm not going to go further with that, but it seems like if he's talking to somebody that's totally into the same thing he's into, so you already know, and that's like the wrong approach, especially when you're coming from Chantel's audience and reference point. He should still post something, imagery, whatever, so that people can know and understand and look into it, rather than just be talking as if we already understand. This type of talking is like if you're already talking to people already into Bleach and Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Fist of the North Star, and any of those timeless animes from back like in the 90s to the early 2000s. But you're not. You're talking to a different kind of audience. You gotta explain stuff, because then most people are lost.
and it's real good. That one leans more lighthearted than the other two, more lighthearted overall.
Oh, I forgot Ghost in the Shell.
There's still a
classic
fair bit of drama going on, of course, but
Gundam, classic.
on the whole, it's not as heavy as Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo.
Berserk, classic.
Lots of, really nice humor.
Yes, fruit
The
baskets.
characters are all
that as well.
delightful. And it's just such a charming show. And it's got some phenomenal music.
Also, what he should do so there's no awkward pausing, to be honest, again, is maybe have a script, because he is a little bit socially awkward. You can kind of tell with a lack of general eye contact, the way how he's fidgety sometimes, the way how he says a lot of stuff. He should actually just write out a script so he can know where he's at, be more comfortable, and talk at a pace that is very conversational. Like, he'll talk conversational here or there, but then after a while he kind of slows down. There's an awkward pause, there's no background music, and it can be off-putting in a certain type of way.
Just some absolutely amazing songs on it, on the soundtrack.
True, Melanie Sass, that as well.
Loneliest Girl is just, that one is an amazing song.
Exactly, Justin Nuggets. You got good points.
Tons of other great songs.
Ooh, Yu Yu Hakusho. Love Yu Yu Hakusho.
Lay It All on Me.
If we're gonna talk about Yu Yu Hakusho, we gotta talk about the others: Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Rurouni Kenshin.
Army of Two. Lots of great songs on there. Oh, and obviously
JoJo's Bizarre.
The Mermaid Sisters. You gotta love their song.
Inuyasha.
Definitely check them out on YouTube. You will not regret listening to their song, because it is wonderful. It's just
awesome. Prince songs.
So there's those three. There's Neon Genesis Evangelion. I watched that.
Okay. Yeah.
Haven't watched the remake of it. I need to get around to watching that remake. Is it 2.0 or whatever it is?
DG, you're spot on. This is the same guy who was complaining about his cover letter. I'm like, bro, you gotta maybe change the name once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times on your cover letter, and he's complaining about it. Talk about first world problems, folks. Like, seriously, you're complaining about your cover letter? Wow.
Yeah, I watched the original Evangelion.
Of course, Dragon Ball. Definitely.
That's a show. It's a great show if you want to be emotionally destroyed. Yeah, that show is pretty heavy stuff. Mostly because the guy who made it was going through a lot of really heavy shit while he was making it. And that really seeped into the work. And then the finale was just so weird.
Awkward pause. Get a script.
But, yeah, really good show.
Debbie M, it's all good.
Early on.
Moki, of
the
course.
Doesn't stick around for very long, but there's some pretty good humor at some points. But mostly it's just the characters having to deal with the end of the world and all that. And
Janaka, of course.
Just some really deep philosophical crap going on. So, love that one. Also, Robin Williams was a fan of it. If you've ever seen 1 Hour Photo.
Well, Oceana, there's no chat though. This is a video. I know he kind of does the same thing when he reads the chat, but I think he's kind of doing this off the cuff, but he doesn't have the experience to do that yet. So you can tell, and it's kind of awkward whenever you have that pause, but yet you don't have music, or you can't talk about something else, secondary, or have a picture right beside you, or something to kind of keep people pulled in. Whenever he pauses, that is an opportunity for somebody to watch. Well, it's an opportunity for somebody who's already watching his video to hit the X and exit, because he's pausing for 3, 4, 5 seconds. Then they're like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm done. So he really should get a script. And that's just my opinion. But I think it would do him favors.
Had the
And yeah, this is
I
not
think it was his idea to include the
live
Evangelion
streamed.
toy.
This is pre-recorded. Yes,
in
Lori.
that movie. And then last anime series.
Hey,
I think
too
the
many
last anime series
sodiums.
that I've watched. Naturally.
Sailor Moon.
Come on. Sailor Moon. Who doesn't love Sailor Moon? It's so sweet and pure and fun.
Yeah, definitely.
The
Grammy.
relationships between the girls, all the girls are wonderful.
It's okay, the
All
tutor
the characters
times.
have
A lot of people don't have
really
no idea what he's talking about.
well-developed personalities. And it's a very positive show as well. I like
Moki, Shaman King is good. Shaman King 2021, I have not watched. Probably won't. I like the classic. What has Pete's been talking about? Nicole Love asks. Well, he's been talking about mostly Studio Ghibli stuff. Other than that, he really doesn't like much else unless it's a real classic. He seems to be into like late 90s, early 2000s stuff for the most part.
the positivity of it with
I prefer Japanese
Sailor Moon trying
curry
as often as
or
not, more often than not,
katsu
to
curry.
defeat the main villains through love rather than just overpowering them. She doesn't always succeed, of course, but she does try with a lot of them and succeeds with quite a few of them. And it's just really, I like that sort of positive stuff. I do like, victory through the
PDF
power
file,
of love,
Joe. That's too new for
or
for
friendship,
Pete's.
or whatever. Well, friendship is a type of love. And yeah, that's
Sleepy
pretty much
Moo?
all the anime shows that I've watched.
I have
that I
not.
can think of. Watched a few movies here and there.
Ellie, if you are a male and you're into anime, typically you have your favorite waifu. You have to. You have to have your favorite waifu from your favorite show, or your favorite waifus from multiple shows. Then you get the posters, you post them on your wall, and then boom. So don't be weirded out. It's just normal. Any chance he's into Powerpuff Girls? That's funny.
Ninja Scroll.
Ooh, I love Ninja Scroll.
Galaxy Express 999. I watched that one years and years and years ago. Studio Ghibli, of course. A couple others, not that many. Not that many other anime movies either. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the anime I've seen. For all the people think that that I'm this big anime geek, I'm really very much not. It's not that I have any problem against anime. I like anime as a medium. And
I know,
plenty of anime
right?
shows that I
Too many
sure that I
sodiums.
would
I
absolutely
wonder.
love if I watched them. I just never get around to watching them. I mean, at this point, I'm still trying to make my way through Star Trek Next Generation, trying to make my way through Big Hero 6 animated series. I'd like to get back to watching Sailor Moon, or my rewatch of Sailor Moon soon. So yeah, I've just got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to watch. So that's sort of
Maybe
why I am
Oceania-san.
not actually looking for any recommendations right now. My watch list is really long as it is, and I'd like to get through some of that before adding more shows to watch. All right, and that's all I have for this video.
All right, there you go.
So thank you once again for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this look into my tastes, and have a nice night.
All right, folks. Dun dun dun. That was it. That was Pete's, Nighty Daddy, and Shani for Christ. You got a 3-for-1 all tonight. I'm thinking I'm gonna review Foodie Beauty's latest live stream probably tomorrow. If I can. It's like nearly 3 hours, like 2 hours and 40 something minutes. Monty, did you react to Ramona? Asked WM. I did. Halloween night, we had the Ramona party. So we did react to Ramona when Pete's was in that character. So what can I say? I will see some of you lovely people tomorrow for a stream of Foodie Beauty. Maybe along with Becky, maybe along with Shani, maybe along with Amberlyn Reed. We shall see what happens. Yikes, Martianess. Does he need a bro? Maybe. He was considering it Halloween night, so we shall see. What did Chantel do? Chantel is at Natty Daddy's right now. Supposedly he's eating at the Y again, as Chantel has said that he does, even though he kind of denies it. But we shall see. Anyways, folks, we shall discuss more Chantel another night. Like I said, she is gearing up to actually move in with Natty Daddy. Maybe a place with a pool and a basement. Maybe a place for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, because our girl can definitely afford it with the amount of moolah she makes from all of the drama surrounding her and Donatello and Pete and the cats and blah blah blah. She can't handle 2 days with him. Exactly, I think so. I keep saying that, she has like a 48-hour max with the dude, yet she wants to move in with him. I think things are going a little bit too fast, but then again, it has to go fast. And that's also the other issue, right? The issue of the credit. Who is gonna put their name on the papers for her to sign? Is it gonna be Pete's again? Or is it gonna be her and she has to pay a premium for rent? I have no idea. But we shall see what happens. To be honest, I really think she's gonna goad Pete into signing for a place for her, and maybe Pete stays where he is at, or they'll break the lease. Speaking of the lease, did they resign for a year? Did they resign for another 6 months? Did they sign month to month? I'm not even sure how the lease situation or what the lease situation is for her to be making these rather rash and impulsive decisions. So that's another thing we can really talk about, like what's up with the lease, because we haven't heard about the lease ever since they were supposedly moving. Then they said they re-signed. So did they sign for another 6 months, a year? Is it now month by month? And if it is month by month, did their rent increase because it is on month by month? Dorial, you can be on 2 leases. You can be on as much leases as you want to, as long as you can pay the monies. There is one guy that I know that was in Montreal. He was on 38 leases because he was running a company, a business that I wouldn't honestly do. There's too much liability and risk, and so much stuff can hit the fan. But he was literally on 38 leases in Montreal, and he would rent out these places one after the other and collect the monies from people wanting to tour Montreal for a day or 2 or 3 or a week or 2 weeks or a month. And that's his business, where he created a small company that was doing well and had a few employees. Well, shit hit the fan when COVID hit, because when you're on 38 leases and you have your landlords asking for a rent of around sometimes $1,000, sometimes $1,500, how are you going to find all the money when nobody's coming to Montreal because everything shut down? Yes, it was like an Airbnb, but I found a lot of holes in his business. because let's say somebody floods the place, you're the one who's on the line, even though you had a renter there. What if somebody, messes the place up? He's the one on the line. He said he had insurance, but your insurance company is going to find a shit ton of ways to not pay up when they have to, especially when you haven't advised your landlord that you are subletting to other people. So he's probably up shit's creek by now. It's not somebody that I really knew. I just heard of his business. That's what he was doing. Yeah, he was making a profit. Definitely Melanie Sass, a really big profit. Until COVID hit. Now he's screwed or was screwed. I don't know where he is, what happened to him. But definitely you ain't kind of come up with $40,000 or $50,000 a month to play for all these places when nobody is in Montreal at the moment. Nobody is touring. Nobody's in Old Port, Newport. Nobody is downtown. You're pretty much screwed. Exactly, Melanie Sass. Yeah, PDFL Joe, there's a lot of people making money off the most wildest things you would never think would work, but it actually does. So I think he found him. He said what happened was he was going to school. He sublet his place for the summer to somebody. He made money off of it. Then he decided to sublet his room for good in a 2-bedroom apartment. He made money off that. Then he started building up to where he had 38 leases all over the city of Montreal for all the tourists. So that is why Montreal is still a big tourist hub for a lot of people from New England, a lot of people from Europe, a lot of people from the rest of Canada. It's huge. Dr. Emily, good night. Stay safe. Have a good one. Rest up. All right, folks, I will end it here. Thank you for joining me. If you want to join the Fire Squad, please do. I will leave the link in the description here. Also, if you're new, please consider subscribing. That would be really awesome. I would really appreciate that. And I guess I will see a lot of you people tomorrow. Work boy, that's when you bend over and kiss your fupa goodbye. I will co-sign that, Arc Boy. Definitely co-sign that. Floridiamo Polita said she did say BB apartment under her name, but she also said it was under his name, so that's why she left. Yeah, she's gonna say a lot of stuff. You can't really take a lot of what she says at face value. There has to be some sort of reality back in that, because her last stream, all I could see was her just lying and lying and lying and lying. So what can I say? Only time will tell. The truth will come out. Erin Shred, I finally got the joke when I heard Monty say PDFL Joe out loud. Yes. Buenas noches, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. And I will see most of you tomorrow. Bye-bye.